Welcome back to another message crawler update. Today I want to show you searching inside message crawler. Let's go to my screen and take a look. Alright, what we did in the previous video, we made a directory list of my Adobe folder. Great folder if you just need lots of files that don't have anything confidential. So let's see how we can do some searches here. I'm gonna do very basic. So I'm gonna go to searches, and I will create a new search, and we're gonna call this Adobe or something like that. And in my search condition, I will say, give me any file name that contains Adobe, something like that. And all I have to do is run the search, and now I'm going to get results of all the files that contain Adobe in the file name. So where is a file name? There it is. Okay, so now we can visually look and see that we have these are the files that contain Adobe in the file name. And searching basically works like that. This is the interface. You add additional conditions. You could say control number is less than a particular value, and then okay, and we can run the search again, and now we only get 14 documents. All right, so kind of self-explanatory, but also a little bit specialized, not like what everyone's used to, but once you kind of start poking in there, I'm sure you will figure it out. Let's go over the rest of the searching screen just so you understand what's happening here. So the name is obviously how we're going to refer to this search. So if I save it, I go to searches. Okay, so there you go. That's my search. Document count. This tells you how many documents were actually retrieved. Pretty simple. Show max record counts. What this will do is it'll prevent you from querying too many documents at the same time. So if I say 10, I'm only going to see 10 results. Now, when you actually use the saved search for export, it will take all the documents that have been found. It's just for display purposes, it's only showing you 10 documents. The reason for that is this screen doesn't use same streaming technology that this one does. Like you see how the files get loaded in the background. Search screen cannot do that. And in fact, if you need to load like thousands and thousands of documents, there's probably another way you want to look at your data. You generally just need a quick preview, make sure the things are right, and so on. So this is what this option does, is it limits how many documents should be displayed on the screen at the same time. Run on open. Okay, so if we close it and we open it, you need to rerun the search. If you select this, you close it, and you open it, the search will run automatically for you. Nice, but if you have large searches, you may not want to do that. Now, if we look lower, there is a relational field, which is kind of self-explanatory. Do you want to include families or conversation identifier? If you select one of those fields, then it's going to bring in a related field. There is nothing here right now, and conversation identifier is blank. Right now, these fields are hard-coded. There's some special things have to happen on the back end to make sure they work. They need to be indexed, this and that. Otherwise, it's going to be super slow if you're just going to do this on like a long text field. And if you want to control what fields show up here, there's a little drop down where you can kind of customize your list, and these are the fields that are going to show up in the grid. And finally, at the bottom, we have our sorting options, so we can do control number. Let's say we do descending, and then it's going to sort these things backwards or ascending, so whichever way you want to do it. So that's how you can control, and there are 6 sort fields, because I know people go really crazy with sorting. I never had the reason for that, but people keep asking me, we need more sort fields. So they are there. So for now, searching is a field base. There is no full text search just yet. That's something for the future. I need to consider how I'm going to do this. You can do field-based search. You can bring in families. You don't have to even run the search in order to use it. You can just go to search, say, well, don't do that. But let's say you created a search, you did not run it, you did not do anything. You can just save it and you'll be able to go to a job and use it as is. When the job runs, it will rerun the search again and find the documents it needs. So if you know the condition, you can pretty much just use it. It is a good idea, of course, to look at your documents to make sure the search returns exactly what you need. But that's basically it. You will need to create searches for any time you want to run a job. If you want to export job or transform data in some way, you need a search. And of course, when you import data, searches will automatically be created that contain all the data that was imported. And these searches are based on import job. And if you go into here in documents, you'll see there is a field called import job, and this is what those default searches do. They just use this import job column and they search for it. So if this field gets messed up somehow, then the searches are going to be also. So I think that's going to cover basics of searching. The best way to learn is explore the condition menu. It is basically a pre-built condition that you may have seen in the grid in version 6. It works exactly the same way. You click on the plus, you add conditions, you do ands and ors and all that stuff, and you should get good results. So that's the update for searching. Thank you for checking out this message crawler update. I will see you on another.